What up, YouTube? It's Matty B. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, I appreciate y'all watching. This weekend, we got round number 2 of Supercross in San Diego, the Whale's Vagina, and we're going to do a little track preview. I know some other people do these, but I'm allowed to put my own twist on it, no choice. I just do these videos on my phone, so I don't have any interactive software or anything like that, so we're going to use the old trusty arrow to point out these sections. And before I get started, y'all remember, let me know in the comments what you think about these videos. If you like them, hate them, you ain't going to hurt my feelings. And let me know if you think this is going to be a good racetrack, what you think, what you like about it, what you don't, and whether you think this is going to be a better racetrack than Anaheim 1. Right up the middle, we got the start. It's not quite as short of a start as Anaheim 1 last weekend where we saw all that carnage, but still not a full stadium length start straight, so we still may see some bunching heading into turn 1, into a flat 180, bit of a sweeper into a small rhythm section. Out of the first turn, this should just be a basic little roll in, then double headed into another 180 bowl turn. There will likely be some different options on the regular laps coming out of the sand, but we'll get there when it's time. One thing to look for in these first couple of sections is the little rhythm between turn 1 and 2 is very short, so not much room to spread out or anything, so I would expect some more stack up action to happen in turn 2 as everybody is trying to jam it into a spot where they know it can't fit. All right, that sounded a little wrong. Out of this 180 right, we got what is the longest rhythm section on this track with only 7 jumps. I'd like to see it be a 3-3-1 option or something like that, but chances are they might build it to where it dictates a double in and then a 3-2 or even a 2-3. And really a lot of these sections, you know, they can look one way on a map, but then you show up on race day and the track crew has it built a little bit different. So this is one of those sections where we're just going to have to wait and see how it shapes up when the time comes. Out of the rhythm into a super one-line single file national section of the track, a 90-degree right into a Supercross triple, into another 90-degree right. Out of that corner, you got one of these little step-up shelf things that's new for this year. And I just really hope this doesn't turn into an inside before the Supercross triple and then inside after the triple into that shelf. That'll just make it to where passing's pretty much impossible, so hopefully they make it to where if you go wide and hit the berm, you're rewarded through this rhythm section. And depending on how this one's built, we could have a multitude of options through this one. You could get all the way over the step up and then go 2-3. You could go all the way over the step up 3-2. You could maybe even go step on, step off 3-1, step on, step off 2-2, or even my preferred line if I were ever to race Supercross, roll, 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 roll. Out of this rhythm section into a 180 left bull turn into the whoops. It looks like we're going to have one more than Anaheim. Anaheim only had 9 total, including the starter whoop. This week has 10 total, including the starter whoop, but you could still use that starter whoop to just kind of soak it up and go 3-3-3 as a jump line. But hopefully they build these suckers big and bad to where you're rewarded for pounding through them. And one of the bummers on them limiting these whoop sections to 9-10 whoops is that the whoop section just isn't quite long enough to really get alongside somebody to make a pass in that next bull turn. I feel like you really got to do something special to make it happen in that short of a whoop section, but it's what we got. Out of the whoops into another 180 bull turn right, and then we have a rhythm section into the finish line. I feel like we haven't seen this much lately, so I am a fan of this. Looks like it'll be double in, step on, off, and then into the finish line. Or, again, based on how it's built, maybe a 3 in and then jump the first tabletop on top of the second one off and into the finish line. Yank the finish line, yacht into a flat 90-degree right, a little X Games mini step up, and then across the start several times. This section reminds me when Jordan Smith and Deegan got into each other as teammates and were going for each other's jugular in each bull turn. So hopefully with these straightaways in between, this will give some people some room to run up alongside each other and make some block passes in the 180 bull turns. Across the start 3 times into a 90-degree right and a Supercross triple. The track crew could really set this up for passing if they build this right. If they make it to where you got to go outside to jump the triple, that would open up block passing up the inside. But if it's a basic triple and you're able to get it from the flat inside, that'll definitely follow the leader. Land the triples, shoot across the start straight into a sand section. Hopefully this one at least has inside and outside lines. The track crew is usually pretty good at making it work, and even if it's not working, they'll often reevaluate and fix it. So I got hope for the sand section. I do not have hope for everybody's goggle lenses and sand down their cracks. Out of the sand, back into this rhythm that's right out of the first turn. It looks like a jump face coming out of the sand, but I feel like you'd be kind of hard-pressed to double into that section out of some deep beach sand. So I think we may see a single in and then a 2-3, or if that double out of the sand is a viable option, maybe double in and then 3-1 or 2-2-2. I don't really know. We'll see on race day. And that's a lap here in San Diego. I hate to sound like a negative Nancy, but I feel like this track is a pretty massive goose egg. I think it's going to be a lot of follow the leader. Everybody should be doing the same combos, and just doesn't look like there's a ton of stuff to separate the guys and let the elite guys do elite things. So I feel like the racing may not be as good as Anaheim, but it's Supercross, man. We got tons of great storylines, great racers, and I know they're going to provide some great entertainment for us on Saturday night, no matter what track they're given. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you all for tuning in once again. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments some predictions for this weekend and whether you think this track's going to race good, whether it's not, what you like and what you don't. You guys know I love the feedback and I love to go back and forth with y'all. So thanks again for watching. Catch you guys next time.